Joel sells Sparta.
Hey, what's up? It's Joel Colley, Tampa Area Lead Agent with the Military Veterans Team. I'm here in Live Oak today. We're doing a full home inspection. This is a 3,000 square foot house with a pool, brand new roof, mostly new appliances, but it was built in 2005, so that's kind of around the age where some stuff starts to pop up. So I fully expect to maybe have some leaky sinks, or maybe some outlets that aren't grounded, or maybe even some outlets that don't work and those sort of things. But typically, you know, a house 20 years old, if it was built by a reputable builder, which these houses in here were, you're usually still going to be in pretty good shape. There might be some cosmetic stuff which is not part of the inspection, although, you know, if it's something cosmetic but it's kind of serious and it would be a big deal to the client, I'm typically still going to ask for that, and I'm going to kind of just walk through and show you a couple things, and hopefully you learn something today, and hopefully I'll see you at an inspection on a house that I sell you soon. Have a great day. All right, folks. So part of the home inspection obviously is to check the faucets and the shower and the bathtub, make sure that it drains. You know, make sure that when you pull the stopper up that it kicks the shower on. So we're all good there. But of course, during the inspection, he's going to let that run for a lot longer, but I'm just doing this to show you. Now, the main item that I wanted to show you here is that, so I come up here and I turn on the faucet. That's not great flow on the hot water side, but it's sufficient. And I turn on the low side and it's like a little trickle. Now, most inspectors would do that and probably just say low water pressure on the cold side of the left sink. But I'm going to come under here and I'm going to check the shutoff. And lo and behold, the shutoff is turned all the way to the right. So I have just solved the problem. So this silly little thing that would have ended up on the report that you're going to have to ask for the seller to repair, and it's going to make it look like it's something bigger than it's not, I just fix it on the spot. Like, become a repair person. You're here, you know the things to look for. If you can fix them, fix them. Like, I literally renovate the houses while I'm here. Maybe that's not acceptable, but nobody's complained yet. Okay, so this is a brand new dishwasher because the one that was here was having issues, and we agreed in the contract that the seller would replace the dishwasher before the home inspection, which is really important, because if I just would have said to replace the dishwasher, they could replace it literally the day of closing. But we need to have it installed and working. And the perfect example of why that's the case is because they installed this, but they did not open up the drain line. So dishwashers have a plug somewhere in the line, and then sometimes it will be the plug will be in where it connects in here to the side of the garbage disposal, depending on if you have one or not. So, this we showed up, it was full of water, which means whoever installed it turned it on, ran it, and said, yep, it works, great, and sent a picture to the owner and got paid. But guess what? They didn't run it, so now there's no way for the water to escape, and that's a problem, obviously. So that's going to be on our repair list. Okay, so we just tried to test the hot water, but there's no hot water. So the first place I'm going to look is the water heater. Now this is gas, so I come down here and I see that the gas line is turned to the off position. So I'm going to turn it on because the gas water heater is not going to work without gas. So we'll give that a few minutes and see if that kicks on, and come back and check the hot water. Okay. And how do we find that?
It's usually in the first couple things of the model number.
Or it's written up here, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're right.
4 ton. Yeah.
But that's usually right, yeah?
So but it outside tells me there's 4.2 tons, and there's no way this house needs 8 tons of AC.
But is that okay? It'll still work, right?
Yeah, it's kind of an overkill, but let's see, on an older unit, I'm looking in the attic. I'm not really doing an attic inspection right now. I need to do the wind mitt, which is going to be over this side. So I got to flip this around.
So we're looking for what? For straps?
Yeah, straps.
Yeah, hurricane straps.
And,
what else?
Straps. What kind of straps? Basically that.
Okay, so this house has a brand new roof. And can you just talk about, we had talked about, usually the wind mitt, when you have a brand new roof,
So
will pay for the whole inspection, right? So you'd be foolish not to get it.
Yeah. The reason for that is they don't change the straps or anything, but they put more and better nails in it to hold the roof down when they put a new roof on than they used to.
Okay.
So
because the code is
different.
higher,
Change
not
the
higher
code,
quality.
yeah,
Okay.
From hurricanes.
Perfect.
Size out of the unit and the age on it.
Okay, so we're looking at the downstairs unit, which is gas, original to the home. So this unit is original, Bob, but they replaced the coils. You said.
Like the coil, that's correct.
So and that is sufficient in your mind. I mean, that gives it kind of like a resurrection almost, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, gas furnaces last a long time.
Well, I know mine's been, it's 2005 and it's still running. And Carrier's a good unit, you would say, yeah? One of the best.
Up north, we had it for like 30 years, and you got to think about down here, your furnace doesn't run hardly at all.
Yeah.
So if it's 20 years old, it's really only in real life, it's like 10 years old.
But this is still the air handler, so this is just pushing it's basically like a fan,
Yeah.
right? It's just pushing the cold air through the house. Okay, so now we've got the washing machine running, the dryer running, and that's typically what happens. You get the sinks up and running, you turn on the appliances, run the dishwasher. Just basically, you're running everything in the house. You're basically giving a test drive. So imagine, like if you go to a dealership to buy a car, you're gonna test drive the car, right? So make sure that it runs fine. And then like if you're buying an expensive car, you're probably going to have even a mechanic, like an outside mechanic, take a look at it. So think of it like that. We're giving the house a test drive. We're running everything in this place. Anything that could possibly be broken, break down, not function right, run too loud, like an AC unit. We're really just running the house to the max. Make sure the pool pumps are working. Make sure there's no leaks in the roof. We get everywhere. We crawl in the holes and the crevices and we turn everything on and make sure that by the time the buyer moves into this house, that everything is working as it should be, so that there's no issues. And of course, there's no guarantee that that the stuff is not going to have issues down the road. But certainly the best protection we can offer is to make sure that everything is working now properly. And usually, if it's not, then we're going to request that the seller fix it. And if they're not willing to, then plan B, if it will work, will be to get them to give a credit. So, we're at the phase here now where there's still things, even though we've agreed upon the price and the close date and the closing costs that the seller is going to contribute back to the buyer, there's still another phase here of negotiation, so to speak, where whatever comes up, we're going to request that the seller fix it and hope that they say yes. And if they don't, that's where the next conversation comes in that I'm not going to get into today.
Outside. So there's minor marcite pitting in the swimming pool shell, which is common for its age. It's not to the point now where it needs redone, although typically they need, I don't know if this pool was there at the beginning.
Probably not.
Because they need done about every 20-25 years, so.
Yeah, I don't think any pools were here from the beginning.
Interesting. I would have thought it was. But the cage has, you want me to show you that? The cage has.
Please. Yeah, we're gonna ask for that. Because it's an easy fix, but something that we want done, It's a cost of $20 to fix, but. Okay, so this is advanced level home inspection. So we're here and we're running the unit, and this is the condensate drain line. This is a condensate pump. So what happens with a system like this, when this, I'm gonna show you, so I opened this up because this is a clean out, which is usually accessible. And if you look down in there, you can see the water, the cold water flowing from where the condensation has come over these coils. You see it just shut off now, so it's gonna stop condensating. So what I'm doing here as the agent is double checking to make sure that this pump works, because if it doesn't, it will backflow into here. And the reason that I'm doing this is just because this is what I like to do. I know houses, I understand houses. I'm helping my inspector out because this takes time. So what I'm doing is just filling it up with water to try to kick this pump on, because the alternative is we have to wait until it drips slowly out of here, and realistically, this won't even fill up to test it while we're here. So that's what I'm doing. So the inspection is finished, and now we're just gonna quickly go over the report.
We're working on the summary. So on the heating and air, do you want me to put on the summary that there's a condensate pump and that she should?
No, because I'll explain that to her.
Report.
Because this is what I used to go to the other agent. So only problems here, please.
Takes us through that. There's nothing, let me see what I skipped. There's nothing on the electric. It's an Eaton panel. Everything's in shape, correctly wired correctly. Grounding's good. Ground faults are good. Okay? Check all that. So we're at the plumbing. So the sprinkler only has 2 zones working. So, and it shows 5 zones. So we're gonna say sprinklers only 3 and 4 working. 1, 2, and 5. Okay. But typically there isn't, unless there's a evidence of a
Cracks or something.
Crack or a some problem with the slab that you notice on the inside.
This is quick.
So we're in the kitchen. The dishwasher won't drain, most likely because the plug is still in. It's a new unit, so it looks good, but the plug's probably still in, and that's why it won't drain. So somebody needs to look at that.
So we're gonna add that to the list.
Refrigerator. Filter needs replaced. And I don't know which one this is, but just to give you an idea, the average filters are like $15. Everybody in our subdivision on that particular unit, the filters are, I think, $45.
Amazon.com.
So we're not talking a nickel item either.
Amazon.com. So here's another thing I wanted to add to this video. When I'm at the inspection, I take pictures of the things that are wrong, because it gets a little convoluted when you got a 50-page report. So what I'm doing is making my own list. I attend almost all of my inspections. It's very rare that I don't attend, because this is the make or break part of your deal. You spent all this time to get this house under contract. You don't want any surprises. And I want, when I tell the buyer what is wrong, like, so here we got these stucco cracks, which is not a big deal. They can be caulked and painted with this elastomeric caulk, and because it stretches. And we have, like, here, this little, like, the screen. Like, this is not a big deal, but it's certainly, if I'm buying a house, like, the screens are expected to function properly. So it can be replaced, it can be repaired, and we're gonna put it on the list and see what they say.
Joel Sparta.